Langøyene is 2 islands in Oslofjord. It used to be, this is Nordre Langøy, which is closest to the city, and this is Søndre Langøy. It used to be, what do you call it, a quarry?
Yeah.
Quarry. In the Middle Age, it was a quarry. So a lot of stones from this area. You can still see tracks there. They took stones to build in the city. It's been a cement factory. I think it was up here somewhere. It used to be a holiday island for the rich people at the 1800s. After that, it's become a dump, the trash from the city. So then they start to fill up in between the islands because it was too much trash in the city. And first they took the trash from the city with boats and dumped it here, and then it go to the stream over here. So they had to sink some sailing ships here to stop the dump go away. And then they continue like for 50, 60, 70 years of having this dump. There was a lot of flies and rats here. And there was a lot of people working there, so there was a lot of houses and even a school at the island. So it was a big community there. Then they shut down the dump just after the Second World War. So here, especially here, you can see traces from the dump. All here are full of plates and ceramics and stuff. You can find a lot, or you don't find it so much because people are there digging and taking out things, but there, 20 years ago you can find a lot of plates with swastikas on after the Germans, because people were just throwing all this away. That's another story. So after the dump they closed the dump, they put a lot of soil on the top and made it as a camping island in the 50s. And it was full of facilities. It was showers here, kiosk. There was a restaurant here, but that burned down. Then after like 12 years ago or something, they couldn't charge people anymore for camping there because the municipality hadn't taken care of the property. So the shower didn't work anymore, and yeah, they couldn't really charge people for going there because yeah, the toilets were awful and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the story in the short way. So now it's a camping there where you don't have to pay, and it's kind of anarchistic. It's a fantastic spot. It's really, wow. It wasn't bad. It's so beautiful at my screen. This is really bad. It's like this is just a view that people would kill for. And it's for free. There is very many people who just love this spot and this island and this view. Now I need a little help from you, Bob. Can you read this for us?
What is the tragedy of the commons? The tragedy of the commons is an economic problem in which every individual tries to reap the greatest benefit from a given resource. As the demand for the resource overwhelms the supply, every individual who consumes an additional unit directly harms others who can no longer enjoy the benefits. Generally, the resource of interest is easily available to all individuals. The tragedy of the commons occurs when individuals neglect the well-being of society in the pursuit of personal gain.
The tragedy of the common is also used as a theory in sociology, and also in gaming, when you make games. And this is the economical definition of the problem in a way. This problem is, yeah, here you can see a bit more of an example of, now you see a bit more. Who doesn't want to have this for free all the summer? Yeah, so there are, Langøyene is a resource that many people want to have. The problem these days, as we see it with tourism, with Barcelona, you see it in Mallorca, they call the tourist terrorists, you see it in Iceland, you see it in Lofoten, you see it other places, that there are coming too many people who want to be one place, and then it harms the place, and it destroys for the local, and it destroys for all tourists, and it destroys for the other people around. In Norway we have this rule, or this right, public right of access, allemannsretten. We have it in all Scandinavia as well. Do you want to read that as well, Bob?
Public right of access. The public right of access, allemannsretten, entitles us to hike and camp in the countryside. The public right of access is important when it comes to recreational activities in Norway. The public right of access gives us the right to go hiking in forests and mountains, go skiing in forests in the winter, and cycle and ride on paths and tracks. The public right of access does not apply to the use of motor vehicles.
Thank you. There is also something that I didn't put in, but you also have some duties there when you can use this space and have the access for public places, which I think most of them know. It's picking up your dirt, don't make a big fire and stuff like that, you know, to take care of the place. And so I think with the tragedy of the common and the public right of access, we are at the core of a problem with what's happening to the Langøyene in Oslofjord, where it's more and more people want to go there, bring all their stuff and get out for the summer. We at Langøyene, you have to bring everything in yourself. There is now the water is also polluted there from the dump. So you also have to bring the water. So back in the days, it was more important to carry the beer. Now it's more important to carry the water. You know. It's how it works. The problem with this is in the human being we are. We constantly want more in a way, growth, wealth. It's in all the society, all the system. It's the worst thing that could happen. Is that people say, "I got enough. I don't need anymore." It's so deep in us. So in that way, it's at the island. It can get tougher to get this good space. You know, people fighting more for the access and the areas. At the ferry now, the municipal decided to let the ferry go from Rådhusbrygga, where it was much easier access to the islands, which increased it by 20% so 200-300 people more are going to these vulnerable islands, which we should not be so many people, because they want more tourists to Oslo, they want to show the nature and sell that to tourists, so this is the problem. Yeah, but this is even one more example who doesn't want this for free. As I said, at the island you need to bring the water. In this exhibition I sold this old book, Konene ved vannposten. How do you translate that?
The women at the water post.
Yeah, it's a Hansen book. Yeah. And it's basically...
Water post, I think, is pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I checked the translation, they put water post, but it is a pump.
Because water post doesn't mean anything in English.
No.
Okay. It's basically about gossip. And where you get the gossip from is where the water pump is, because that's the meeting point. Now these days, since we are bringing the water, it doesn't have this place as the gossip spot anymore. The things that happen, which is, I think it's quite absurd, far out, and it wasn't like that at all 20 years ago when I started camping, is that people are so addicted to their phones, and their phones hasn't enough battery to have power. They have power banks, they have the phones, they are going out there to load up their mental batteries, and they are constantly stressed about their phones going out of batteries. Because also their phones are a kind of platform for the gossip, to show everybody Facebook and what's going on, what's happening. There's my phone, do you have a charger, do you have a charger? There is one socket, you call it that? Socket at the island, and it's inside the girls' toilet. And naturally, that has become a resource that very many are fighting about. Charge their phone. Lena, she used to live with the sea view and the evening sun. She decided to move where it's no evening sun and a lot of shadow. Don't you think so, Frode? It's a lot of shadow.
A lot of shadow there, yeah.
It smells as well because it's not far from the girls' toilet. And she has a long extension cable. She has a heater for a tent. She got stereo. She even made a disco tent at her spot. And there is constantly people coming there and charging their phone, and also at the girls' toilet. So this is becoming the new meeting point and also the source of conflict. There was one woman out there now, and she said, "You doesn't own this island," and she tried to take out the cables, and people started to fight about this one. And some have been doing sabotage, some have been peeing on it because she doesn't own it, she doesn't have it, you know. So that's how we, and I think it's a kind of. I think it's a matter of time where our phone does have good enough batteries, you know. So it's in the moment. No, it's we are in this period where electricity is very wanted. But the most thing is drinking water. It's number one, of course, and number two, wood. You need to make a fire. And of course, the longer you stay there, the farther you have to walk to find dry wood and okay wood and stuff. And as I said, to be comfy there, you have to set up a lot of stuff. Yeah, the kitchen there with umbrella, here are some lights that are going on battery, and some other lights, and this is very nice in the evening actually. Especially now in August, like when it tipped the 1st of August, it's just getting completely black in the evenings. So then this fantastic design lamp is very good. Powered by the sun, and yeah, so yeah, that's it's charging here. There are, I mean, the island it's free to stay there. It doesn't pay. It's very close. It's I have done it also for me. I try to walk the talk about being local or having local holidays, not traveling far away. Don't go to the plane or airport all the time and try to stay at the island. But there is a lot of strange people at the island. I mean, a lot of strange people. They have maybe not other alternatives to go to places. It's easy access. Many people low economy, low education. Maybe you can fix a conflict with some words. People are going in other directions. Well, it's okay if we can be friends and doesn't harm. It's okay. There is also, of course, a lot of solutions being recycling and testing out how things are working. Somebody here was invited to a dance and somebody threw an umbrella away and yeah, doing stuff like that. Just see. At the island, it's important to be island smart. You know, to know what to bring there. Wool underwear, for instance, stuff like this. Island smart is important to be. Yeah, I just and there is also with a lot of these people. There can be some drug-related problems. There is Gisken. Hi, Gisken. Hi. Noticeably is sending people that's having serious problem with drugs and doesn't have a place to live. They give them this, what they call it, coupon or ticket for a tent and send them to Langøyene. You know about this, you work with this, yeah. So that's also... What?
Vi får en rekvisisjon for et tent til bare.
So they actually sending people that should be taken care of out at the island and say go buy a tent and stay at the island this summer. So that's a very, very bad strategy, and I think it's very unhuman. It's nice to be at the camping when you can go home, wash your clothes and fresh up stuff, but to sit there all the summer, it's not nice, and especially maybe not when it's raining, you know. So it's practice.
Yeah, it's about time to introduce the model.
The model?
Yeah.
It's a cameraman. Frode, which I've been staying with the last 10 years at the island, camping together, yeah. We have our solutions. Yes. There is also, last years there's been, it's also about the kind of development in technology that people have these very big amplifiers with music and they charge them in town. They are big. They put them on these wagons you use for babies, buggies, or go to town, charge them up, or go to the charger and play really loud and basically reggae. That's also what's very nice with the island, that there is people from all around the world. It has been a big Rasta community. It's not that big anymore. It used to be a lot of people from Chile. It's people from all ages and places around that's staying there, which is also a very nice thing. When you're staying there, you should know that everything you leave there can be stolen. You know, your tent is open, or if you put a lock on your tent, somebody can just take a knife, go in, take it. Maybe when you put a lock, somebody think it's something valuable there, so you should not do. You know, so in that way, it's also the people that are there are willing to take a risk, you know. It's what I also like is that it's just stupid to have expensive fancy equipment there, because then people steal it and sell it at tin. There was some thieves in our tent. You remember that, Frode?
Mm-hmm.
And they have been through all our stuff, and they didn't find anything that was worth to steal. There was a thief in my friend's tent when we were sleeping, and I thought I heard there was some noise there, and I thought she was just up and eat something in the night because of her diabetes or something. But then we realized in the morning that there was a thief there, and what the thief had been stolen was 2 clean bathing towels and leftover dinner, a box with some dinner leftovers, you know. So don't think that thief was stealing just to survive or going through the night, you know. It wasn't very bad. It's bad that somebody built your tent. There is some old ladies there. So my Aina has stayed there for 50 years at the camp. I don't have any photo of her, but she is living next to the other toilet, the new toilet, and she's cleaning them every morning because she's not satisfied with the guys in the room. She was complete cleaner, and she knows everything. What's going on at the island. This is nice. It's not only old ladies, there is also people bring the pets. I mean, a city cat, like the outside as well. Birds, rats, ants, a lot of things. Of course, we also bring the children. And you need a whole village to raise a child. And I think that the children that's growing up there are aware of that there is a lot of different people. Because now I may be talking very bad about my neighbors, and mostly they are nice people, and there is always some bad ones around. And I just read a book about conflicts in neighborhoods now, and the richer they are, the harder the conflicts are in a way. You know. Here they doesn't drag in lawyers and stuff, you know, they are more. Yeah, and I think also a couple of times there has been some thieves in the tent, which they have just been thrown at the sea in a way, you know, so it works in this way. Well, so these children, they are get skilled. They learn to play with whatever is around in a way. It seems like they have a lot of fun, yeah. It does. So when you go to the island, I think it takes like 24 hours till you get your head at the island and your feet at the island. Because first you have your feet at the island and your head in the town. It takes like 24 hours to go into this. Then when you stay there, first evening it may be important with the cold shrimps and beer. The second evening it's not that important. The third and fourth evening is like, oh yeah, find some firewood. Oh, do you have fresh water? Oh, the fish, fantastic. Oh, pony, oatmeal. You know, so you're getting like more and more down to the ground. I'm sure I lost a lot of points about this, but anyway, what's important here is have some social skills, taking care of each other, help out with what you got. Yeah, still, I think it's no secrets that there is a lot of people, like you say, with drug problems and drinking problems, personal problems. We had these guys there. They are drinking I think his name isn't it Arne, the guy who had this terrible moonshine? The helicopter was well, they're picking up a man that was half blue, you know. I don't know, it had a very high level of alcohol in his blood, you know. So there is this is also what's happened when things aren't out of control in a way, and people try to regulate each other. But mostly and mainly, it's for me it's the paradise. It's my spot, and it's not only mine. And that's maybe what we have in common, even that we are so different. That we really love this island, and it could be very different, but I mean, there's a subject to talk about over common law. So when we've been there, we start in April, May, come up, grab our spot, pick up our things. In the beginning of September, the last ferry leaves. We're going to town. It's really hard to see. It's all stuffed. Everybody bringing the stuff. We're going home and crying, saying goodbye. Thank each other for this year. And are happy. I hope that it's been of light to see. This is just a little sweet video you can watch of the scenery, and if you have any question or anything, feel welcome.